Hello everyone, welcome to today's video, where today I'm gonna take a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Series Storm Shadow. And I just kind of wanted to see if these figures were any good, because I'm kind of getting sick of Marvel Legends and Hasbro just cutting corners. And people rant and rave about how good these figures are. And Big Bad Toy Store had a sale on this for like 14 bucks. And Storm Shadow's my favorite G.I. Joe character. I mean, he's a Cobra, obviously, but he's just my favorite. So this is the one I bought, and I'm thinking I might start focusing, if this figure's any good. Spoiler alert, I've been playing with it a little bit, but I might focus on G.I. Joe over Marvel Legends until Marvel Legends puts out some bangers. This coming year, they're putting out some figures that are bangers. But I think once I finish my X-Men team and then my Midnight Suns team, I'll probably pick up a couple villains. But not all of those are going to be Marvel Legends brand. So I'm kind of smoldering out, faltering, I guess. I still like Marvel Legends, and if they put out a good figure or a character I like that no one else is going to put out, like a Man-Thing or Zemnu or Elsa Bloodstone, I'll pick those up. But those are obviously older figures that I just mentioned, but yeah. This is nice artwork on the back. I really like this. I just, they obviously have better, like, they added to it over the years. Okay, I'm just gonna show it off like that. But, I'm sure anyone that wanted these figures got them when they came out, because these figures were everywhere. And then you have this shit. I'm not doing all that. I'm not getting on the app or whatever. And, yeah, spoiler alert, I've been playing with this guy. Storm Shadow's my favorite G.I. Joe character. Next, I mean, he is my favorite. And then after that, I guess Snake Eyes. I'm not really the biggest G.I. Joe fan. I watched all the live-action movies back in the day. And then I watched that god-awful Snake Eyes origin movie. And then I watched the cartoon a little bit when I was a kid, and I read a couple comics. But Marvel was really my bread and butter, and then DC. And then, like, if I was going to venture outside of that type of stuff, it would be anime or dinosaurs or zombies or something like that. But G.I. Joe's cool, and this figure's great, and it makes me want to pick up more. So next month I'll probably pick up some more. Definitely both those Timber 2-packs, because I want the Timbers, and then eventually I'll probably pick up the Mutt 2-pack, because I like the Animal 2-packs. They're really cool. And then I'll probably pick up Spirit and stuff. But yeah, I feel like this figure this could fulfill two things. Number one, just having a G.I. Joe, that you like for your Cobra. He's not a G.I. Joe. The G.I. Joe are the good guys, obviously, but he does betray Cobra a lot. But you could have him on your Cobra. And then if you really, really wanted to buy like a few of these guys for an army builder, and just, even if you wanted to keep that logo on there, you could. But if you just wanted to like buff that out, get rid of that, this could be a dope ass army builder, because my suspicions are this is better than the Hand Ninja from Marvel Legends, because this is so good, and everyone's always talking about how good these figures are. My question is, why is Hasbro not sharing the love on Marvel Legends? I get that they're different teams and stuff for the most part, I think, but still, these figures are so much better, just accessory-wise, posability-wise, paint-wise, love-wise. These are better than the Marvel Legends, and I'd have to think that these sell less because they're less G.I. Joe's less popular than Marvel. As much as G.I. Joe is cool, and I don't care how much you love it, you have to admit, Marvel's the more popular property. So I don't know why they don't put some of that love into Marvel. It's just baffling. But as far as accessories come, he comes with a hood piece for the hood down look that you can just pop off. And then you kind of you have this hood up piece. You just kind of slip it inside there is what I've been doing. And then pop it on, if you hear the pop. Behind the camera strength. I think that went on, maybe? Yeah, that went on. Alright, and then you just kind of have the goofy looking hood. It's a little puffy, but yeah. And then the other accessory, I mean, if you want to count it as an accessory, this came off of him in the pack. It's on a ball joint. You can kind of move it around. Really just rotating it is really all you're going to do, but you got that. And then you've got this bow, which is a compound bow, which is really cool. Bows are my favorite, like, weapon. And then you got, of course, the arrow for the bow. And then you've got these, one's a katana, I'm sure, and then one's a ninjato, whatever you want to call it. I think that's or it could just be a small katana. And then you have the scabbards for them, and the actual, the quiver for the arrows. And the arrow can actually just slide right in there. And then it looks like it's part of the sculpt, which is really cool. And then the swords, obviously, they slide in. And then, okay, I put the smaller one in the bigger one. And then, yeah, those slide in there. And then you can just put the bow on, I believe, like this. No, like this. So, yeah, and then you can just pop that in. He has a thing on his back. And then you just pop that in. Oh, and then you have the, wait, let me pull it out. And then you have all of his accessories except for the hood down look on him. And for articulation, I'm actually going to put the hood down look back on because, surprise, surprise, the hood up piece actually hinders articulation. And I'm being a little slow with it because I hurt my back between recordings because I'm an idiot, and that's just me. Sorry. And then I'm also going to pull his accessories off his back. But for articulation, the head can look up that far, look down that far. Good tilt. You got arms that can look up or move up to there. The butterfly joint goes in or goes out that far, and in that far. Double jointed elbow. And then you have, on both hands, you have an up and down hinge on a weapon holding hand, which is, I know people love that, and they love it so much, but sometimes I like a side-to-side hinge on those. I don't know why. Crunch that far in, crunch that far back. You can twist, obviously. Leg can kick out to there. Leg can kick back to there. Leg can kick out to there. In the front, you got double jointed knee. Then you got hinge back that far, hinge forward that far, forward facing pin for rocker, and he does have drop down hips, and I just don't see the point in drop down hips. Can't lie to you. Just don't see the point. But yeah, he can hold his swords and his bow pretty well. And then we're gonna get into size comparisons and get this done with. This is the only G.I. Joe I have, so I'm sorry to say I'm not gonna be able to compare him to other G.I. Joes. But, you know, in the future I'll have some other G.I. Joes. So, as far as Marvel Legends go, we'll do the Wolverine, obligatory Wolverine comparison, as well as the Renew Your Vows Spidey comparison. And as you can see, G.I. Joes are kind of smaller. I think they kind of scaled them up a little bit since the first release of these guys, though, because these guys were short back then, but they seem a lot taller now. Unless he's just a smaller character to them. I mean, he is as weird as it's going to sound, it's going to sound probably racist, but he's an Asian guy, and Asian guys are normally shorter than your average guy. And that sounds racist, but I think I've known and been close enough to enough Asian people to say that that's not always the case, obviously, but it can be the case. And I'm cool with a kick-ass, like, Bruce Lee type, smaller Asian guy that's gonna fuck up everyone on the shelf. Because, yeah, he's just my favorite. I love Storm Shadow. So, next we're gonna have some Marvel Select Venom. Okay, knocking everything over in his path like always. I'm just gonna take that away. But, yeah, he's a little small. So this will probably work better with your Moff X's than your Marvel Legends or your Mezcos, but SH Figure Arts and Moff X it should work pretty well with. Then we have the Marvel Legends, Shit Blade. I'm trying to blow through this because I have stuff to do. And this is my last review that I have to film. I don't really have to film these, and it's not really a review, but you know what I mean. And then SHF, I think he works really well with SHF. And then for another white costume character, we'll go. Oh yeah, he looks pretty good on the, next to the Amazing Yamaguchi. And then we'll do another Moff X. We'll go Moff X. Ben Reilly, Scarlet Spider, the best Spider-Man. And then we'll just go Into the Spider-Verse Miles Morales by Sentinel Toys. And because I really don't want to go get other characters right now. So yeah, he's short, but I think it's cool. And I just shifted the camera down. So yeah, as far as action figures go, this is probably one of the best Hasbro action figures I've ever bought. I did not realize. I thought people were just blowing smoke up Hasbro's ass because, you know, it's mostly nice reviewers like that are pretty easy on Hasbro that I see reviewing these guys. And they're usually really nice about these guys. But they're right. These are really good figures. These are really, really good figures. So this just kickstarted a new line for me to collect. So thanks, Hasbro. But also thanks, Hasbro, for giving us good figures. Because they have some new guys coming out that look so dope. There's a new guy. I forgot his name because I'm not deep into the rabbit hole of G.I. Joe yet. But he looks like a good base for a Shang-Chi. So I'll have to look at that and figure if I want to use him as a Shang-Chi or not and customize him a little more. So I'll see you guys around. Thanks. Bye.